excitement here has just been incredible to watch. And it's not just ChatGPT. Codex is the fastest growing codex market in the world now too. But the energy here and what people are building is remarkable.
OpenAI is losing $14 billion in 2026. Not revenue, not market cap, actual cash loss. $14 billion.
We are growing at an extremely fast rate. Right now, I think as long as we can have reasonable unit economics, we should focus on continuing to grow faster and faster.
And according to internal documents obtained by The Information in January 2026, the company expects to lose $44 billion total between 2023 and 2028. That is more money than the Manhattan Project cost to build the atomic bomb. According to Tom's Hardware's analysis, OpenAI burned through $8 billion in 2025. The $14 billion loss for 2026 is 3 times worse than early estimates. Asset manager Ricky Noble reported OpenAI is losing $12 billion per quarter, and the company is burning $15 million per day just on Sora, its text-to-video generator. Here is what makes this genuinely alarming. OpenAI does not have a profitable business model.
Been mindful of the significant growth in AI to begin with, and extremely impressed with the progress that Sam and OpenAI have made.
Google and Meta can afford AI losses because they have profitable businesses elsewhere. OpenAI has ChatGPT. That is it. And according to Similarweb's global AI tracker, ChatGPT's market share dropped from 86.7% in January 2025 to 64.5% in January 2026, a 22 percentage point loss in 12 months. Google Gemini captured most of that, growing from 5.7 to 21.5%. OpenAI generates approximately $20 billion in annual revenue, according to CFO Sarah Friar. $20 billion in revenue, $14 billion in losses, and the gross margin is only 41%. For every dollar ChatGPT earns, 59 cents goes to covering just the immediate costs. That leaves nothing for research, salaries, or expansion. The spending commitments are staggering. According to RD World Online, OpenAI has committed $300 billion to Oracle, $250 billion to Microsoft, $38 billion to Amazon, $150 billion to AMD, $300 billion to Nvidia. That totals more than $1 trillion in infrastructure commitments. Sam Altman has publicly discussed spending $1.4 trillion on data centers, and the company is currently losing money on every transaction. Sebastian Mallaby, economist at the Council on Foreign Relations, wrote that OpenAI is, quote, hemorrhaging cash. He concluded, quote, however rich the eventual AI prize, the capital markets seem unlikely to deliver. Mallaby projects OpenAI could run out of cash entirely by mid-2027. The circular financing problem compounds this. Nvidia has committed $100 billion to invest in OpenAI. But as CFO Sarah Friar acknowledged, that money, quote, will go back to Nvidia in GPU purchases. Nvidia invests, OpenAI buys Nvidia chips. Nvidia books revenue. The money circles back. Financial engineering without solving fundamental unprofitability. The talent exodus makes this worse. Fortune reported engineers at OpenAI are 8 times more likely to leave for Anthropic than the reverse. CTO Mira Murati left. Co-founder Ilya Sutskever left. The Wall Street Journal reported OpenAI expects to spend $6 billion on stock compensation in 2025. $6 billion, nearly half of projected revenue, just to prevent employees from leaving. Then there is the Elon Musk lawsuit, trial starting March 30th. Unsealed diary entries from co-founder Greg Brockman state, quote, cannot say that we are committed to the nonprofit, and, quote, it would be wrong to steal the nonprofit from Musk. The judge ruled there are, quote, substantial grounds for believing Musk was misled. Musk seeks $134 billion in wrongful gains. OpenAI values exposure at $38 million. The gap tells you everything. Product quality is declining. GPT-5 was criticized as cold and robotic. At a January 27th developer town hall, Sam Altman admitted, quote, I think we just screwed that up, referring to writing quality. When your product gets worse and market share drops 22 points, that is not growth. That is decline. Meanwhile, competitors thrive.
So I think people are aware of what's happening there, but yes, Chinese progress is amazingly fast.
Anthropic grew from $1 billion annual revenue to more than $5 billion by August 2025. TechCrunch projects Anthropic will hit $20 to $26 billion in 2026. DeepSeek offers comparable models at 95% lower costs. The competitive environment is intensifying, and OpenAI announced ads in ChatGPT. A company positioning itself as building aligned superintelligence, now showing banner ads. That signals desperation.
I think we still have some work to do to figure out the exact ad format that's going to work the best.
When you generate 20 billion but lose 14 billion, ads will not close that gap. The profitability timeline keeps extending. OpenAI now predicts profitability sometime in the 2030s. Cumulative losses through 2029 are projected to reach 115 billion, according to RD World Online. That is 3 Apollo programs. For a chatbot. Malaby wrote that if OpenAI goes under, quote, an OpenAI failure would not be an indictment of AI. It would be merely the end of the most hype-driven builder of it. He projects OpenAI will likely be, quote, absorbed by Microsoft, Amazon, or another cash-rich behemoth. The fundamental problem is this. OpenAI is spending like it has achieved artificial general intelligence. But it has not. It has a chatbot that is getting worse, losing market share, and costing more to run than it generates. The gap is not closing. It is widening. Tell us in the comments, do you still use ChatGPT? Have you switched to competitors? Because the data suggests users are leaving. If you like the video, please click on like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.